Hello, Facebook family. Happy Friday to everyone. Thanks for joining our monthly membership kind of Q&A, get to know each other segment. Talk about fresh off the presses here. We have Battleborn Battery with us, who is Fmca's new exclusive battery partner as of July 1st. So, like I said, hot off the presses. With me is Sean Nichols, COO of Dragonfly Energy. Thanks for coming on, Sean. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on the live stream, Chris. I appreciate it. Nice to be here with you today.
Yeah, likewise. We had a few glitches here, so we started a few minutes late, but I think we're okay. I think we'll work through it. I guess the first question, Sean, is how did Battleborn come to be, and what has made you guys one of the top lithium-ion battery products on the market today?
It's a good question. Thanks for giving us some time to tell our story a little bit here. Battleborn Batteries is a consumer brand of a parent company, Dragonfly Energy. As you can see here on my shirt, there you go, Dragonfly Energy. And Dragonfly Energy Corp is headquartered in Reno, Nevada. Which is also, Nevada is also known as the Battleborn state. So Battleborn Batteries is named after our state slogan. And my business partner and I started building these batteries, assembling these batteries in our garages about sometime in 2014. And we launched that brand a number of years ago, and it's been very successful. It's our direct consumer brand. I think that what sets us apart from other companies in our industry, first of all, we're on a mission to displace lead acid batteries. We feel like they're toxic and they don't perform well. They're not great for the environment. We want to really make a push to replace those with lithium iron phosphate packs. Battleborn and Dragonfly, of course, are the ones that we think are the best ones to use, whether you're OEM or for a consumer side. I think that some of the things that set us apart are the fact that we offer a customer service level that I call the customer experience, above and beyond. We answer a lot of tech questions and make people feel like they're part of our family when they buy a product from us.
Yeah, well, we'll get to the customer service experience, which I think is great, and it kind of something we hold important here as well. We'll always have someone answering the phone live, helping our members out, and we'll get to that kind of further down. I think one of the big things that'll really appeal to our members is made in USA, right? And you want to kind of speak on that and kind of why that's important to Battleborn.
Okay, well, I want to be clear about that. Our batteries are not actually made in the USA. We do assemble them here and we design them here, but they're made from parts from all around the globe. We get as much stuff as we can for our battery here in America right now. And we do have plans in the future to open up a complete battery cell manufacturing plant here in the States. But right now we're just assembled here in America and designed, of course. But that does give us an extra insight into the quality of the product. We put that together here stateside. Allows us to have control of the quality of the parts that go into the battery every step of the way. So it is an important factor, I think, in the lifespan and the performance of our product.
Okay, good. For a lot of people out there, they may not know kind of some of the differences between your traditional, lead acid battery and lithium ion. You kind of want to go through maybe some of the advantages you see with your product versus your traditional battery?
Sure. Lead acid batteries have dominated this industry and many others for, more than my entire lifetime. There hasn't been a real advance in lead acid batteries since the mid 70s when they came out with AGM batteries, which is around the time that I was born. So that's been quite a long time. That incumbent technology has been a huge pain point for end users for many, many years. And when lithium iron phosphate comes to the table, it's a completely environmentally friendly solution. It lasts 10 times longer. You can store 2 to 3 times the amount of power in the same amount of space. You can charge it up to 5 times faster. There's literally zero maintenance. But the main thing when you put a Battleborn battery in your rig is that you change the experience you have when you're boondocking or when you're in between stops and you're not plugged in. And it really allows you more freedom to use that rig. And what it does, in my opinion, is it relieves the battery anxiety that we've all been dealing with in this industry for many years. And that's why we say lead is dead around here.
Yeah, I think, Can you kind of speak on maybe life expectancy as well? I think I've kind of, I'm not a battery expert by any means, but I feel like that's one of the things I've heard is, correct me if I'm wrong, lithium ion is definitely a longer lasting product. So I think some people may have sticker shock a little bit up front, but in the end, I think you come out ahead.
Well, I think that we've done a great job through some of the marketing we put out there. We had a white paper that came out a number of years ago called Lead is Dead, and it showed not only do we outperform lead acid batteries at every single temperature range, we also are much cheaper per cycle than a lead acid battery. So when even Tom Morton from Morton's on the Move went back and redid the study to validate it for us as a third party, just to show that our results were real. I think that per cycle our batteries are much cheaper. But I also think that they are more expensive up front. Yes, that is true. But considering that we're not the most expensive product in the market, we're not the cheapest product either, but we are the best. I think that when you come to a Battleborn to purchase a product, you get the support. It's backed by a 10-year warranty, which is an 8-year full replacement and 2-year prorated. It's also backed by the world-class customer service that we bring to the table here.
Yeah, and I think kind of staying on the topic of the best product in the industry, I think at least I'm noticing, when I see stories, it seems like you guys are kind of partnering with more and more, not just FMCA, but some of the manufacturers. You want to kind of speak on that? I think it kind of validates your product is top notch.
It's exciting. Over the years, we were focused on the RV industry out of the gate. It was the industry that I had been working in for a number of years before I started this company with Dennis. And over the years, we've garnered some relationships through different organizations like yours, and also just with RVers in general in the community. We've been well received, and because of that, we've been able to garner the attention of the largest RV company in the world, Thor Industries.
Yep.
This week, made a $15 million investment in our company. Earlier this year, we announced that we were the exclusive battery supplier for Keystone RV. We also work with Airstream. We work with a multitude of different OEMs, but that Thor relationship is a real key indicator of the performance and of our product and how much people believe in putting it in those really high end and all the way across the board, RVs across the board, from high end all the way down to the very budget towable units.
Right. Yeah. So we get to one of the topics we talked about earlier. I think your customer service is pretty unique in that a member can call who has no idea what your product is, and you can listen to them, listen to their needs, and kind of help them decide what's best for them. You kind of want to talk about the process when someone contacts you.
Yeah, I want to highlight that a little bit. It's a good question, Chris. And I think that, one of the things that has been instilled in this organization from the very first day we started it was that I wanted this place to feel like an old-fashioned business. I want you to feel important when you pick up the phone and call here, that you're getting what you need. And it's important for us to be able to deliver that. So when a customer calls with a question, we're always very patient. We walk through those processes. We put out a lot of information around the web also about education of batteries. I think that the customer can expect us to go through what I would call a needs analysis for their system, kind of like, checking the components and parts and pieces. If we're not familiar with what's already on that rig, we do know so many OEMs already that we might already know what's on there, and we can let them know what they can do to just drop in our batteries, which is what our battery is called, is a drop-in replacement for lead acid, or if there's other ways that they can optimize that system or further electrify different devices on the coach and use their generator a lot less. That all the way up to that. So we have service. We're a full system integrator. So we have service from drop in the batteries, or all the way up to, let's add a dual inverter system. Let's run the air conditioners. Let's add a Wake Speed. Recently acquired a product called Wake Speed offshore. It's an alternator regulator device. A lot of people are putting on a second alternator. We support that product in-house now too. So we've got a multitude of solutions, and our customer service team, our inside sales team, is very patient. They also have personal relationships in this industry, just like I do, because we send the same people out to the shows that are here in the office answering the phone. They're right outside my door right here. I can point the phone out there. You'd see them on the phone right now. So we have a US-based customer service team, which I think is really unique these days. And it's very important to me to continue that.
Oh, yeah. We feel the same way here at FMCA. And I think that's one of the big things we offer, too, is US-based. Someone's going to answer your call. Someone's going to help you from start to finish. You're not going to get bounced around. And I've seen it at our event, too. You guys were at our Tucson convention in March. And you were busy, you were stacked and packed the whole time, so it was kind of hard to get over and talk to you guys. So yeah, that's great. That's good.
I've been the last event I went to for FMCA was in Minot, North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
I had a blast. I mean, what a crowd! It's an awesome organization. I mean, you guys have been really involved in weaving the fabric of the RV community for decades now. Almost 60 years, right? So,
yep.
That's an incredible. It's an incredible organization, and we're just blessed and grateful to be part of it.
Yeah. So you kind of touched on this a little bit, but you guys offer a full line of lithium-ion batteries. Can you maybe touch on some of the different options our members might have?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, we've got batteries for the high-end systems all the way down to the budget towables units. We got everything from a Group 24 to an 8D. I'd say that we have 4 main batteries that fit well into, or actually 5 now, 5 main batteries that fit well into an RV application. We have the Group 24, which is a 75 or a 50 amp hour choice. We have our 100 amp hour flagship battery, which is what we call the BB112. That's the most popular battery we've ever sold. We also have the GC2, which is a drop-in replacement for a 6-volt lead acid. The form factor is exactly the same. It fits in the same exact spot. And then we have an 8D, which is really common in some of these larger Class A coaches. And then we also have another battery that's kind of unique. It's one of a kind. It's called the GC3, the Game Changer 3.0, and what it does is it takes advantage of not wasting vertical real estate when you install those batteries. So it's also very popular these days too.
Yeah, and kind of going along with the batteries you also offer the components necessary to build out a complete system. You want to touch on what those components are and how your sales team, your technical team can kind of help the member through that process?
Sure. It's a great opportunity to help a customer improve their entire RVing experience, and sometimes more components come along with that. We have the expertise in house. Before I started selling lithium batteries, I was selling inverters for many years. So our team is well versed in inverters and solar charge controllers. We mainly sell Victron. We do sell a few other components here and there. We were partnered up pretty strong with Victron, and we sell inverters, solar charge controllers, battery monitoring systems. Like I mentioned earlier, we have an alternator regulator charging device for a second alternator now called Wake Speed, and that's the WS500. I think is their most popular and common part. We do a really good job, and we also sell solar panels now too. We have 2 different lines of those as well. So we do a really good job of being a one-stop shop. The only thing that we don't do is install, because we are a battery manufacturer, but we do have a list of people that can help you with that too.
Yep. This kind of goes along. My next question actually ties into a question in the comments. You kind of touched on this before. Boondocking, very popular right now with our members and just the RV community in general. Why do you feel a lithium power system is important for those RVers?
Okay. Well, boondocking has become more popular because RVing's gotten more popular. So the RV are more congested than ever before, right? So the infrastructure at parks is not growing as rapidly as the industry, which is a beautiful thing, because RVing is a lot of fun, and people are starting to, harness the opportunity to be able to camp out on some of these public lands. In order to do that, a robust battery system with lithium on board, which gives you a better reservoir to hold the power you collect from the sun or from your alternator, if you're underway to that location, than lead acid. It charges much more quickly, and it actually holds more power because lithium batteries have less resistance. They're not affected by the Puchert effect. You can read that white paper I talked about earlier, but in general, you can put 2 to 3 times the amount of power in the same amount of space. So in your RV, where real estate is a commodity, you put a lithium bank on board, you can go boondocking for quite a while now without having to come back to civilization. I think your next big shortage would be your water tanks, emptying them out or filling them up, one of the two. So with a nice solar system, you can really get out and boondock, which most people are finding to be a very enjoyable experience, and people are learning how to do that more and more. There's a lot of apps showing people the spaces they can go and boondock these days, and I think that it's really exciting, because that's what RVing is all about, right? Get out in nature and enjoy it. So I think that boondocking is a big component of that, and lithium really takes it a step further, where you can actually do that for an extended amount of time without that battery anxiety I mentioned earlier.
Yep, love it. So we kind of talked about this in the beginning. You guys became the exclusive lithium-ion battery partner for FMCA as of July 1st. Kind of what does that mean to you guys to start this partnership?
Well, I'll tell you what, like I mentioned earlier, the opportunity to partner with an organization that's, been literally weaving the fabric of the RV industry for almost 60 years. You guys got about 500,000 members you have right now. And is
Yes,
that the right number?
We've issued through our life about 500,000 memberships, but
Right.
we're about 130,000 members right
So you've
now.
had over 500,000 members in that 60-year time frame, right? Which is it's a great thing. I think that, for us, our missions align. We want to help people enjoy RVing too. And that's what we've been doing from the very first minute we entered this industry. We want to help people get harness more fun and enjoyable experiences from those RVs. And I think that the FMCA is one of the people that leads the charge on that. You guys literally, put together groups of people that go out, they meet up, they enjoy, they have fun. So for us to be a part of that, we're honored, grateful for this opportunity. I want everyone to know that, we will do our best to offer you the world-class service that we're known for and support you in any questions that you have about upgrading your rig. That's what I want you to understand is that, we're going to bring the same level of service we bring to everyone else to the FMCA now, which is a great opportunity for us. And it's a great opportunity for the club too.
Yeah, you kind of segued a little bit into the next question. What do you feel you'll bring to the table as far as educating and supporting FMCA membership?
Well, that's great. So, that's a good question. We've for many years now, we've already been coming out to the rallies and doing some educational seminars, and we'll continue to do that. We'll also be available via phone. We're gonna, we'll put out educational materials and give you all access to them anytime you want. So I think that, this opens up our relationship to expand that education and help you to understand the next generation of electrified RVing that's happening now. I mean, there's still a lot of people out there using lead acid. Lithium has, barely single digit penetration into this market. I think that, over the next couple of years, these lead acid drop-in replacements are really going to be a big impact in the aftermarket, and your users are going to really enjoy the impact of this technology being available through us to you.
Yeah. You kind of touched on this before. We have a lot of hands-on people. I think you've probably learned that, and you'll continue to learn that. They come to the events, they go to seminars. We have a lot of very, very talented people that can work on their own RVs. But for those who don't want to install or just don't have the manpower, strength to do it, what options do FMCA members have if they want to purchase your product?
Well, we support both groups. We support the DIYers. We offer extensive support for that, as well as we do have a list of installers that we work with around the nation. We're happy to make a referral for you. We've got some very talented people. Some are mobile, some are stationary. They do installs, and I think that we can help design the system and make sure that it's spec'd out right, so that when they install it, it works as advertised. That's the main thing. And then you're right. I mean, a lot of people do enjoy working on their own RVs, and those are the people that have really helped us grow this industry that we're focused on, which is the battery industry. We started out with DIYers, and we're grateful to be able to service those customers too.
All right, good. I think the last question I have for you is, kind of what makes you most excited about becoming the exclusive lithium battery partner of FMCA?
I love the opportunity to be a part of the community of RVing, and it's always been something that's important to me. And I love getting out to the events. I love it for my team to get out to the events and meet the people that use the products that we build. And this is another opportunity for us to partner with like I said, a great organization. I mean, you guys have been around for a long time, and it's a well-known organization. And I think you've got great people that are involved there, and for us to be able to support that group and that mission is a really great opportunity for us, and we're very grateful to be a part of that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, likewise. We were beyond excited to get this all worked out and launched, and I think people will kind of get the first real taste of the partnership here in about a month. We have our international convention in Lincoln, Nebraska.
We'll be on site.
Unveiling of the partnership.
Yeah, well, we'll be on site. So, come on out to Lincoln, Nebraska, and come by the Battleborn booth. We'll have some swag there for you, and some of our sales team will be there, and our marketing team too, probably. And we'll have some smiling faces and be happy to talk about any questions you have about the power system in your RV. We're happy to help.
Yeah, you can't miss the booth. You guys definitely have a unique booth. As I walk through it, it definitely catches your eye. So you guys are hard to miss there.
All right. Well, and Chris, thank you so much for believing in us. I know you guys have a lot of options and choices when it comes to battery companies, but the fact that you decided to choose us in this partnership really means a lot to me personally, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like I only have 2 comments I see, so we'll read these, and if any others come up, we'll take care of those as well. Doug Sigler asked, "Is Battleborn still right for me if I boondock 1 or 2 weeks a year?" You talked about being a game changer for longer boondocking stays.
Great. That's a good question. I mean, you can still drop in our batteries without, a lot of customers, Doug, will build a bigger system in a boondock for, 1 or 2 weeks at a time. As far as, your battery bank that you have now, you might have 4 6-volts. You might start out with 2 lithium batteries, depending on your inverter size, and then kind of step it up from there. So you don't have to go into the all, grade A boondocking system to put lithium on board to reap the benefits of that. You will have, you'll have things when you park your RV, you'll have more power on standby than you ever had before. So your generator will run less, which means you won't spend money on fuel. That's really expensive right now. So I do think you could benefit, even if you're not really into boondocking, you can benefit from the lack of battery anxiety that you've experienced in RVing for many years.
Good. All right. The only other question I see here is Sean Flock asked, "Can you explain if existing inverters, Antrex 1200, is capable of charging batteries 2019 Jayco Pinnacle?"
Okay. Most of our batteries are compatible with a lot of inverters in the industry. A lot of the Xantrex products happen to be programmable. I'm not sure exactly what model this one is. I have an idea of what it is. I think it will work just fine. The best thing to do would be to shoot us an email with the exact model number of your inverter. And I guarantee you the sales team already knows. They'll be able to answer you immediately and tell you how to set up your inverter so that you can use the lithium batteries. The one thing you want to make sure is that the component that you're talking about, whether it's a solar charge controller or an inverter, has a really good charge profile. And there's some out there that charge better than others, but most things work well with our battery. It has almost an identical charge profile to an AGM battery.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Is as we talked about, your customer service, more than happy to help. Give them a call, shoot them an email, and they can help you out. And we can put some of that information up. There's a phone number, 855-292-2831. We also have on our website a dedicated page for Battleborn where you can learn more information about their product. And I don't know if we have email that we can put up.
It's easy. There it is. Perfect.
There we go. info@battlebornbatteries.com. So we have all kinds of ways you guys can get information, get technical help, learn more about the product. Because like you said, it's still a growing industry that has a long way to go as far as kind of, like you said, replacing the current batteries that are in most units. So a lot of people, I'm sure, have a lot of questions, a lot to learn about them. So perfect partner to kind of help them with that. So.
No, we appreciate the opportunity. I mean, give it a try. Pick up the phone, call us, shoot us an email, come see us in Lincoln, give us a shot to earn your trust in your business. We're happy to support you, and we're really grateful for this opportunity to partner with the FMCA.
Perfect. Well, Sean, those are all the questions I see. So really appreciate you coming on. We actually haven't spoken. We'll call this in person, at least seeing each other. So nice to put a picture to or face to the name, as they say. So thanks for coming on. We really appreciate it.
And I look forward to meeting you in person one day. That's the best way I like to meet up. So I will make it a point to make it to one of your events this year so I can see you in person. Okay.
Absolutely. Sounds great.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining, everybody. Till next month.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.